Okay. Should be live. Let's check it out. Very nice. I should move this a little bit.
Beautiful.
Okay. Get the shareable
So
link.
we're good to go?
Yep. We are good to go. I'm just gonna pull it up on my phone and make sure our voices are coming through okay, but I think we're probably good here.
Beautiful. Testing 1 2, test 1 2. Buh. Is that okay?
It's not up on my phone yet.
Uh,
My phone's slow.
all right. Well, okay. I'll just start anyway. Whatever. So, welcome everybody to episode. Was it 3 of Follow My Tracers? We are a gaming podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jim. I'm also joined by my two other hosts of the show, Tony and Harley. Gentlemen, how are we this evening?
Hello. I'm good.
I'm doing good.
So, this week we were initially going to have a special guest on, but we had a last minute cancellation. So, you get what you get tonight.
You're making it sound like it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be fine.
No,
It's gonna be
it'll be
fine.
good. Just set your expectations very mid-level, and you should be fine.
What it
Anyway.
means is that we don't have a big topic to go over this week. We just are gonna go over kind of our news topics and just kind of hang out. So, yeah.
Yeah. We'll have some fun. So anyway, gentlemen, my answer is actually going to change this week significantly in this section. But what have we been playing this week? Tony, why don't you go first?
Yeah, I had another really busy week of work. Not as busy as the week before, so I did manage to play some games. I guess the game I've been playing the most is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which I talked about buying last episode. I've just been getting kind of through that. I've just completed the kind of the first arc, so I'm not the Raditz one, the Nappa and Vegeta one. So that's where I am. It's a fun game. I like it a lot. It looks really stylized. It looks just like the anime, which is awesome. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So that's what I've been playing, and then we also played a little bit of Warzone earlier this week. So that's been fun too.
Very nice. What about you, Harley?
Yeah, just like Tony said, been playing Warzone, and then I've been playing some Cold War on the side while it's double XP.
Beautiful.
That's about it.
So other than the usual, been playing COD here and there. I decided, as I discussed last episode, that I decided to buy the new Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity game to get back into my Switch because it's been sitting dormant. Like Renee's been playing it, so don't get me wrong. Like it has been being played, but I haven't really been on it a whole lot really since we moved out, like a couple or 2.5 years ago. So I decided to jump in. It was a game that I was interested in when I found out about it. Admittedly, I think the day before, but regardless, I have been playing it probably about, except for today, about 2 hours a day since last Friday. So I have been sinking some like serious time into it, and I'm really enjoying it. I have the first Hyrule Warriors game, and admittedly, I like this one a lot better. Not necessarily because the graphics resemble Breath of the Wild, which I think is a very beautiful game, but just the fact that it ties so closely to Breath of the Wild in general. Considering the fact that I do want to beat Breath of the Wild, I think it'll be a nice, like, kind of lead in to play it. And every time I pick up Age of Calamity, I just get more and more excited to finish it. Not that I'm rushing through it or anything. I'm taking my time and trying to do as much as I can with it because I'm just having a lot of fun with it in general. And other than that, yeah, I haven't really been playing a whole lot else other than those two. I started dabbling a little more into Nazi zombies though, and zombies in general in like the older Call of Duty games. I discovered that I actually had the Zombie Chronicles DLC for Black Ops 3, which gives you every map from World at War and Black Ops, and then one Black Ops 2 zombies map, and they're remastered with like updated graphics, and like Black Ops 3 Zombies features like the gobblegums and like all the perks and everything. So you can get like perks and um, like the gobblegums and all that stuff on Nocturne and Toten, which I was playing yesterday or the day before. And I don't know, it's just a lot of fun rediscovering it because I kind of neglected the modes starting probably with Black Ops 2, to be honest. Like I played Transit when it first came out. I can't remember if we played it or not. I feel like we did a little bit, but never really went past that. And then I didn't really start picking up or getting interested in zombies again really until a little bit in the Black Ops 4 when it first came out. I remember we played the one map a little bit anyway. Like we played both, but we played the one where you're in like a coliseum and you can go into like underground into different temples and everything. That map was fun, but yeah, I've just been getting more into zombies and playing Age of Calamity really this week. I keep looking at all the PC games I own, and I don't know what I want to install. I started playing Planescape Torment, but I don't know. I feel like I gotta sit down and like sink some good time into that game. I can't like casually play it because it's a deep game and it's a lengthy one too.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
So yeah, man. So last week we had our episode on. Oh, I'm blanking here. This is so unprofessional. I apologize. We had our episode when we voted on the Game Awards. Sorry, it's been a long day. And unfortunately, nobody commented. We had some good interaction in the live chat, but remember, we want to hear from you. So if you want your responses read on the next episode regarding this week's question or topic or just the show in general, do leave a comment below, not just in the live chat, but do leave a comment and we'll read it next week. So, fellas, is there any current events that we want to discuss? Harley, let's start with you.
World of Warcraft Shadowlands got released earlier this week. I've seen a lot of popular streamers playing it. It's kind of almost makes me want to go back to it. I've played it on and off for, since it came out. Like World of Warcraft, that is, essentially, it first came out. I've been on and off every few expansions here and there, and it's kind of piquing a little interest.
I'm in the same boat, man. I'm interested in going back to it. I haven't played WoW since Cataclysm, and I played a bit of Classic when that came out, but
yeah,
it's been a while for me, and this one is piquing my interest, mainly just due to the level cap being brought back down to 60.
Yeah,
I was getting kind of freaked out by the levels being so high. Like the level cap was like 60, and then it was 70, and then 80, and then it was like 100, and then it was like 120. I don't even know what it was in the last expansion, but it was almost getting too unwieldy, and I didn't want to have to grind to get all those levels again. So I'm happy that it's back down to 60. It's more of like a manageable number. So makes me want to like start a new character and go 1 to 60 again.
How many expansions has there been in between the last, like this one and then when you dropped off on Cataclysm?
Well, there was
been quite a bit.
Yeah, like there was the Mists of Pandaria.
I remember that one, just but not playing it, but just seeing about it.
Warlords of Draenor.
I forgot about that one. Yep. Legion. Yep.
Battle for Azeroth.
That's the newest one aside from this one, right?
Yeah, and then Battle for Azeroth, and then Shadowlands.
Yeah, so there's been 4 expansions. The expansions come out every 2 or 3 years or something like that.
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, maybe even as short as a year. Anywhere between from a year and 2 years.
Okay.
They're pretty frequent now.
Needless to say, it's been a long time since I actually seriously played WoW. But it does look really fun. I'm interested in playing again. It just that monthly subscription cost, man. It just kills me.
Yeah.
Just kills me. It's not like Game
You gotta
Pass.
buy
like
the expansion too.
$15 or something, or
What's that?
I think it's around
is
20.
it still like? Oh, 20. Ooh, jeez. Well, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, there are ways. If for a returning player, yeah. Say if you've been a person who's been like playing all along, there are ways for you to bi-monthly subscription. They're called tokens, I believe. You can buy them with in-game money. So if you're like, well off, you can actually play for free essentially.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
kind of cool.
it's different if you're like a returning character, like a returning player, I mean.
That's a
Actually,
nice
so
thing to do.
that, that makes me think. So since you guys have played a lot more WoW than I have, because I've played like zero WoW, um, comparatively speaking, what WoW is now compared to vanilla WoW or WoW Classic or whatever, is this new expansion? I don't know how much Classic WoW you guys have played, but are you guys more anxious to play the new stuff, or are you still leaning towards the old stuff? I know you say like this one's getting you interested again, but like what about it is getting you interested? Just new classes, new areas, like what would it be?
Um,
Um,
Go ahead, Harley.
you go ahead. Oh,
This is
now
a
you go.
Canadian.
You go.
This is a Canadian podcast. If you can't tell.
Oh,
You go.
sorry.
You go. You go.
Okay.
Sorry, bud.
All right, bud. Yeah. For me, it's not really like the old versus the new per se. 'Cause I would be playing in the new zones. They've kind of tailored it to new players in a way, which I kind of like, where the leveling experience from 1 to 60 is very much like you start in a new zone. You don't start in the same zone as like an orc, for example. You don't start in the same like orc area. You start in this new area in Shadowlands, and you go through this tailored experience, kind of learning all the mechanics going all the way through. Now you can still go back and do all the old stuff if you want, but there's it's not like there's this big massive MMO that's like, oh crap, I've missed 4 expansions and I haven't played in this long, and like I need to go through Classic WoW, Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm. Like I don't need to go through like 10 expansions to get to this one. I can just start with this one and almost like wipe the slate clean. So that's kind of what's really enticing me, is that it doesn't matter that I've missed a bunch of time. It's almost just like a clean slate.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I agree with Tony. It's not new versus old. They brought out it's called World of Warcraft Classic. It's not like how it was in the old days, like vanilla classic. I think it's almost like impossible for them to kind of go back to that. Like they gotta be kind of more modernized and more how should I say? It's kind of more based on player experience for newer people. The classic WoW or vanilla WoW is very different in the sense that it is now. But
Now, is it a
yeah,
good different or a
Shadowland.
bad different?
Um, there's just like life improvements. Like I haven't played it that much. I can't really bring too much specific examples up, but I just say like things are easier to do in the newer classic, and like say vanilla. Vanilla was
Okay.
very time extensive. And Blue saying it's classic from what I heard, kind of more of a marketing thing from what I heard. Yeah, it's more nostalgia, kind of like, oh look, this is classic. It's kind of like more like that.
Yeah,
Shadowlands,
classic
yeah.
WoW is not.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, classic WoW is not classic WoW. It's like
It's
a
not like vanilla WoW.
yeah. It's not like when the game came out in 2004. It's like it's like a remake
So yeah, it's almost like a remaster
or like
in
a
a sense.
fan. It almost feels like a fan kind of game, or like I don't know. Like it's not exactly the same. It's way more grindy. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, it's not the exact same experience for better or for worse. Because I mean, there was a lot of things about older WoW that also wasn't great. Just all the grindiness and everything you kind of had to do. Um, but yeah, classic WoW, the way it exists now is not the way it was that back then. So that's kind of beside the point of Shadowlands, though. I guess Shadowlands is kind of its own new thing. It plays a lot differently than classic. There's a lot more mechanics and a lot more classes and a lot more everything really to do. So that appeals to me as well.
Cool. I've always been interested, but I don't know. I've always got too much stuff that I got to get to. But
It's a time sink for sure.
yeah, if I didn't have like a steady full-time job and I made money like working at home or something like that, or even if I had a steady home full-time job, I feel like I'd probably want to sink some time into stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I got way too much I got to play ahead of time. Like I bought Age of Calamity, for example, but like I still haven't beaten Mario Odyssey or even Breath of the Wild for that matter. Like stuff that I should have beaten when I first got the Switch a few years ago. But things happen. But I don't mind.
Yeah, WoW's a commitment. That's what's keeping me off
Mhm.
it right now. It's like I know if I start it, like I'm gonna need to dive into it. It's not like I can play for a few days and kind of get my fix. It's a lot deeper than that. So I'm still hesitant to do so. I might try it during this upcoming Christmas break. We'll see. Maybe I'll buy a month and just kind of see what happens. But yeah, it's a commitment, man. It's not like Breath of the Wild where it's kind of one and done if you think about it that way. It's like
Yeah.
it's way more than that.
Now these expansions, are they full price like ESO's expansions, or are they like 50,
Yeah.
60, $40, whatever it is?
They are priced.
Full price,
Are they full
but you
price?
do get the new, like the way they do it, which is nice, is that you don't need to buy all the other expansions. Like once you buy the new expansion, you have everything. So
Oh, that's nice.
it's not like I need to go buy 10 expansions to play WoW. No, I just need to buy the newest one, and I'll get everything that the old ones had too. And then along with that, of course, with WoW is that you also need to buy time, right? So that's how they get you.
So it's just like a normal game where it also has different editions. So I'm looking at a base edition is Canadian 54.99. So it's actually a little less.
Yeah, that's actually a lot less because it's 89.99 for a new game.
Mind you, a heroic edition is 79.99. Just that's more along our. So
Yep.
basic edition is just like super basic. You just want to do some of the content. Heroic edition is kind of like, so for Tony, like if you got the heroic edition, you get a level character boost. You could immediately have a max level character.
Ah, I
So
see. Okay.
it kind of it's a little intense, like entice, so that you can experience the Shadowland end game stuff. And there's other stuff like you get mounts and you get some transmogs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then they also have the Epic Edition, which is 104.99. So it's kind of like what we're used to. There's the base, the deluxe, and then the ultimate.
Well, the base being 54 isn't bad.
Bad.
Not bad
They
at
would
all.
usually probably go for the mid tier.
Yeah, the max,
Character boost
yeah,
is
the character
nuts.
boost is definitely nice for sure.
Extra,
Nice.
what, 20 something bucks for a X character, which could, might take like, I don't know, depending on the player, anywhere between like 10, 20 hours or more, something like that.
Yeah, could even be more than that.
Shadowland.
So,
Could
yeah,
be.
that's
you
well
2
worth it in my
weeks.
opinion.
You get a mount and some other stuff.
Yeah, that's always cool.
Yeah.
Well, shit, Harley. I
Nice.
guess we're playing Shadowlands later.
Ooh.
Gonna say, you guys are gonna get me playing it the way you guys are talking about it.
Ooh.
Oh, don't rope me in. I just started playing Age of Calamity. Don't. Blue in the chat saying,
Ooh.
"Oh my God, Lego Indiana Jones." Yeah, that's my fiance and I playing that. It's actually recorded today, and we usually play through all the Lego games together. It's fun. I was really looking forward to playing Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga this year, but it got delayed. It's coming out next year. There's just no solid release date, but it is for sure next year. And he also says, "Don't feel bad. I haven't beaten Odyssey either or Breath of the Wild." I feel mostly bad only because it's the reason why I bought the Switch is to play those two games, and I haven't beaten them yet. That's the reason why I really feel bad about it. But I mean, I could say that about the Xbox, probably about 400 games. So, it happens.
C'est la vie.
But speaking of you guys talking about WoW and a monthly subscription service thing, I saw something today about Fortnite. We were talking about this I think last night or the night before, but Fortnite Crew is a $12 a month subscription service that gives you, well, it gives you a lot of stuff. It gives you, a variety of perks. Gives you the game's current battle pass. You get 1,000 V-Bucks a month, exclusive skins, stuff like that. Just a lot of little bonus stuff. Being that we play a lot of Fortnite, what do you guys think about that? Like, okay, from my point of view, I'm not even considering getting it, but it does come with a good amount of stuff, right?
I think
Maybe not for what you pay, but
well, I mean,
I don't know actually.
the 1,000 V-Bucks you get is almost the price of that subscription. So, if you think about it from that sense, it's like, okay, you're almost just committing to buying 1,000 V-Bucks every month, but then you also get the battle pass, and you also get an exclusive skin or whatever. So I guess for people who are avid Fortnite players and they're always buying stuff, this is I actually think a pretty decent deal. It might actually save you money in the long run, because you don't have to buy the battle pass. But I agree, Jim. For someone like you or me, yeah, I don't think it's worth it. So technical difficulties on Harley's end, so just gonna be Jim and I talking for a little bit here. But yeah, I don't think the pass is worth it for us. Definitely, it kind of caught me off guard. I didn't think they were gonna do something like this, but yeah, certainly interesting. I thought about it. I definitely thought about it. I'm like, 1,000 V-Bucks a month, get the battle pass, makes sense. But seasons can be a couple months long. Like, if there was a new season every 2 months or every month, like, oh yeah, for sure I would do this. But there isn't enough there for me to, I guess, want to get it. And the exclusive skin doesn't really entice me that much, because they're, I don't know, like, we're fans of the licensed stuff, so like it's probably not going to be licensed content, so I'm probably not going to end up liking any of them anyways.
No, and I feel like if Warzone wasn't a thing and we played Fortnite like as much as we used to before Warzone came out, I think I would seriously consider it. Just, the V-Bucks alone is a pretty good deal, because before they lowered the price, I think 1,000 V-Bucks was about $12, if I remember. It's what now? It's like $11 now. Well, I don't know what it is, but it was like 14 whatever bucks, or $15 for 1,000 before the price dropped.
Yeah, Canadian. Yeah. Yeah,
so
it might have been $10 for, or like $11 for 1,000 V-Bucks. I forget. Either way.
So Blue in the chat says, do you think that a lot of publishers are going to start doing more subscription services?
Yeah, I think it's.
I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, there's too much money to be made off of it. The whole battle pass system has been a huge success for Fortnite, for PUBG, for Call of Duty. Like, MCC even has a battle pass now, even though it's not paid. There's no microtransactions, which is nice. But like, there's gonna be more subscription services like this, where you pay $10 a month to get the premium feature of this game, and it comes with that game's battle pass, and you get that game's in-game currency. Like, there's too much money to be made, I think. And I was reading an article about this earlier, because Phil Spencer had an interview with, I forget who it was. I wasn't gonna bring this up, but in the interview, he was kind of saying how it's not necessarily about trying to get more people to play video games, because that the number of people playing video games, at least buying console games, over the past 10 years has remained relatively the same. Just the numbers kind of shift between Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo, but it's been kind of the same, call it 100 million, 200 million people, whatever it is. But it's not about getting more people to play, it's about monetizing the people who currently play, and that's where the subscription service and microtransactions come in. How can we get the people who already play our games to spend an extra $10 a month with us? That's what they're kind of looking for.
Now, do you think Halo Infinite's going to have a system like that, or we'll have to wait and see what the multiplayer is like?
Hard to say. I think that a battle pass is an absolute shoo-in. I think they've already confirmed that's going to be somewhat of a thing. Microtransactions are a thing. I don't know what about a subscription for Halo Infinite. That seems almost like a bridge too far. But again, who knows, right? We don't really know what that game is yet, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
So Blue in the chat also says, like, Ubisoft is a pretty sweet deal, $15 a month for every Ubisoft game and their premium editions.
Yeah,
Wait,
Yeah.
what's their service? Is
Uh,
it Ubisoft Club?
it's Ubisoft Club or it's Ubisoft Play. I forgot what it's called. Ubisoft Connect maybe. But
Yeah, Blue. If you know, let us know in the chat because for some reason, this is not ringing a bell. I feel like it should because like I've gone through games and it has like Ubisoft Club rewards and all that. But I didn't even know they had like a service kind of like EA. Is it like kind of like EA Play then? I
yeah,
guess
yeah, exactly.
that's not so
It's
bad.
like their
Well,
version of Game Pass, if you think about it that way.
Ubisoft Connect.
Yeah,
There you go. That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
it's called. Thank you, Blue. I never even heard of that. Harley, have you heard of Ubisoft Connect now that you're back? Beautiful.
Amazing,
Oh, just
amazing.
like eggs, we're scrambling here.
It's fine. He's getting his mic plugged
I don't
in.
care, man.
We're having
I'm
some
having a good
technical
time.
difficulties. It's cool.
This is like definition of what could go wrong. But you know what? This. You know what? I'm gonna say it right now, just to remain positive. This is my favorite episode we've ever done. So there you go.
Sometimes it's off the cuff, which is good.
Maybe okay. So Blue also says it was called UPlay a little bit ago. It's more like Game Pass. Maybe I knew it when it was called UPlay. Maybe that's why I'm confused.
Yeah,
But
I
anyway,
definitely remember you play.
so that kind of brings me going unrelated here to the other thing I wanted to bring up. That Red Dead Online is going standalone. So from December 1st when it launches, it's going to be $5 and it's just the online portion of the game. But next year in February, it's going to go to its regular price, which I guess will be $20. Um, so it also says here, I'm reading the article through GameSpot, but it also says, it includes the full Red Dead Online experiences. There's no differences from what you get by owning Red Dead Redemption 2, which is very nice. But there's going to be an option later on that is called Red Dead 2 Story Mode, which includes a single player campaign, but there is no price listed for that yet. So if they list it, it's going to be $5 when it comes out. And when the standalone one comes out, do you think they would charge like $74.99 for the single player portion of Red Dead, or do you think it'll be discounted?
No shot. It'll be discounted.
If it's 75, I'm going to laugh. It won't be, but I think I would laugh.
Yeah, this whole play is about getting more people to play Red Dead Online because I think they look at the GTA Online numbers, which are obviously phenomenal and somehow still growing after, even it came out in 2013. It's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they're looking at Red Dead Online and they're going, okay, how can we get this to more people? And the answer is splitting up the multiplayer and the single player, and just making it way easier for people to get into the multiplayer. And I think that the game has kind of had its moments in the sun where I don't think they can. Not to say that I don't want to say the game quality is bad because it's not at all. It's awesome, but I don't think they can charge full price for that game or even just $5 off for that game, and say that's a good deal at this point in time. I don't think they will. I think single player will be $50.
Harley, you here, buddy? Perfect.
Must be having some microphone issues or something.
Yeah. I don't know. When we played Red Dead Online, I thought it was okay. I mean, I don't know. When we were playing it, it must have been. Was it soon after it came out?
Yeah, it was
'Cause
soon
was
after
in
it
kind
came
of rough
out.
shape.
Yeah, and it was buggy as all hell, and we were having problems connecting, and obviously the load screens take forever. So we eventually just got frustrated and stopped playing with it. We had the most fun just like dicking around on horses and like standing on top of a train and like lassoing each other. Like, I don't know, it's fun for sure. It's definitely a good time, but it doesn't have the same kind of appeal as GTA Online.
No, GTA Online's like, I think it's really good. I'm pretty surprised. I'm also not surprised, but I'm more surprised like how much like content has been added into it. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can do in GTA. It's almost like I think I'm, shooting my shot a little early here, but it's almost like the ultimate online game because there's so many different play styles in like one mode, or in one game mode, I should say, like GTA Online itself. I don't know. GTA is such like a cool game. I don't know. I think we'd have a lot of fun if we got together and played GTA Online with us and our future special guest Kevin. That'd be pretty fun, man. But I think you and I are the only ones that own it on the next gen.
Yeah,
Well,
we are.
okay, for you the last gen, but current gen for me.
Yeah. Agreed.
But we'll save that for another day. Anything else you wanted to bring up, Tony?
Yeah, I got a couple pieces of news here. So I guess one of the cool things, I guess it's a leak, but it's not really a leak. I think it's just a rumor. This is also the Halo Infinite News Watch or whatever.
Infinite Watch.
Infinite Watch. Exactly, Infinite Watch for the week. And it has nothing to do with Halo Infinite, really, but it kind of does. So there is a leak that has claimed that Microsoft has 2 spin-off games in development. Spin-offs of Halo Infinite, that is, and it's in development for obviously Series X, Series S, PC, and maybe Xbox One. It comes the way of a rumors aggregate Twitter page, which is Gaming Leaks and Rumors, but it came right from the page itself. There's actually no source, so this could be absolute BS, and I think that maybe it might be, but it's fun to talk about nonetheless. So, according to the report, one of the 2 spin-off games is Halo Wars 3. Which is apparently it's a resurrection of the game. Apparently, Halo Wars 3 was already in development, but it was canceled. And the kind of plot of this game would be following Atriox, who is from Halo Wars 2, leaving the Ark from his perspective and continuing the battle against the Spirit of Fire. And it kind of shows where Halo Wars 2 connects to Halo Infinite, which would be really cool. Atriox is one of my absolute favorite characters, and the Halo Wars 2 campaign is fantastic. So I would love to see this happen. I'm absolutely down for Halo Wars 3. And then the second game is apparently to be included under Infinite's platform, which the wording there is interesting. That means it kind of tells me that it's going to be built on the same engine as Halo Infinite, maybe more like a Halo 3 ODST kind of thing. And it's going to follow Fireteam Osiris from Halo 5 during the events of Halo 5. During the events of Halo Infinite, not Halo 5. So it'd follow Fireteam Osiris during Infinite, and I guess maybe tie and maybe finish that story, and maybe see where those characters go. Hopefully they all just kind of, not to sound rude, but hopefully they all just die or something, because I don't really like them.
Just gonna say, hopefully, well, I don't mind if Buck survives, but
Buck's cool. Yeah, Buck can stay. Everyone else can. Yeah, I have no care in the world for anyone else. Maybe Vale. Vale's all right, but yeah, Locke and Tanaka are absolute planks. They're just nothing. But yeah, that's the Infinite Watch for the week. There's apparently 2 spin-off games maybe in development. I think it's very likely that there's gonna be expansions / single player DLC / all this other stuff surrounding Infinite. I think Halo Wars 3 maybe could happen. This Fireteam Osiris spin-off game maybe will happen. I could see that being like what 343 wanted to do with like where Halo 5 was going, but they clearly changed directions with Infinite. So maybe like the spin-off game would be like, okay, this is what we were gonna do, kind of thing with Fireteam Osiris. So maybe that'll happen. I personally think that these are completely baseless claims and none of it's real. So
I could see out of all of them, maybe Halo Wars 3 being the one that has like the most, and not like a truth's the wrong word, but like the most truth behind it. But I think it'd still be a few years off from us getting a reveal of anything, because I think like Infinite's gonna, when it comes out eventually, it'll be big talk for a while, and it'll be a big buzz for Xbox in general. And then like once the dust settles on Infinite, or once the hype and people playing it, it's gonna be popular on the internet, and then here's Halo Wars 3 type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and they've said Infinite's a 10-year game, which, I mean, they called Destiny 1 a 10-year game, but then Destiny 2 came out a few years later, so we'll see what happens. I could see these both being like expansions to Infinite, with maybe Halo Wars 3 actually being a full game. But we shall see. Another piece of news I wanted to talk about. Mic check. Oh, there you are. You're back.
Yeah, there you are.
Hey!
Harley, do you have anything to say about that? Did you hear anything?
I heard Halo Wars 3.
Yep.
I love some Halo Wars 3.
Yeah, I know, man. Me too. We play a lot of Halo Wars in our friend groups, so this would be awesome.
I played the campaign for the first one.
Yeah, you need to get on that, bud.
I'm about to start. You got to do it before Infinite comes out.
I have time.
Oh, maybe not.
I don't mean to laugh at that, but
maybe,
I have time.
Maybe not, man. Who knows? Maybe they come out at the end of the year with their high-level update, and they're like, yeah, the
Next
game's out
month.
like next month. Who knows, man?
Oh, there you go. So in the chat, Blue says, with Destiny 2 becoming free, think they'll just keep expanding it.
Oh, like Destiny 2 free to play? Yeah, yeah. They'll just keep charging people for expansions. That's the model, 100%.
If you have Game Pass,
And they have a battle pass.
They do have a battle pass. You're right.
Oh my god, I forgot
Hey,
about
Blue.
that too.
You was about to ask the Discord. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Blue.
Yeah. Harley's computer
I'm just having
crashed.
some computer problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's old. It's an old laptop.
Oh man.
And then Discord wasn't picking up the headset, so it was a thing.
Are you still going off your browser? Or did you get the install working?
No, yep. Gotta go off the browser.
Oh lord.
The program doesn't work.
I feel like your computer is just like hung together by like just like tape.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just hanging by a thread.
It's seen a beating.
Yeah.
It's gone through the ringer.
Hey, you can
I mean,
run RuneScape
an
Classic
old
at
gaming
800 by
laptop.
600, all right? Fuck.
Old gaming laptop, you know.
Yep.
What kind of laptop is it? Like a Dell, an Acer?
It's a Republic of
Acer?
Gamers.
Asus.
That's what I have right now too.
Zeus. Yeah.
A
So
ROG.
it's a good laptop. Yeah, ROG.
Can you run Halo Wars 2
And-
pretty good? You gotta turn everything down.
I can run it pretty well.
Nice.
Yeah,
Can
I
run
can
Among Us
run.
pretty
I can
well
still
too,
run
I think.
games. Yeah, I can run games. It's just there's little nuances that happen.
It's like an old car.
Like my game
it
can,
has its quirks.
yeah, my game can just, or my laptop can just shut off or without warning.
Or Discord just doesn't work for some reason.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
who knows?
Oh man.
All right, now that you're back, Harley, is there any current events you want to bring up?
I do have one thing, but it kind of plays off that something that Tony's gonna say.
All right,
So I'll
Tony,
let
let's
him
hear it.
go.
Okay. Okay.
This is the best episode we've done.
This is absolutely the
Not
best
that
episode.
one.
So Cyberpunk 2077 is long as balls. One of the developers tweeted out, and it's been a story around kind of games this week, anyways, is that they've been playing the game for 175 hours and they're not done it yet, which is, first of all,
so beautiful.
whoa, that's a lot, and it's almost too intimidating. But at the same time, it's reassuring to know that it's taken them this long to make. It's not, it's not for nothing. Like clearly, it's a very dense and big game, and I'm really really excited to play it next month.
You'll get your money's worth out of it.
Yeah, for sure. It's all there if you want it. If you want to just kind of do the main story, I bet the main story is maybe only 40 or 50 hours, but the side content just goes forever. So
Side content is gonna be dense.
yeah, and like there's
It's anything
also
like Witcher 3.
Yeah.
It's much like Skyrim in the sense that you're supposed to go talk to the Greybeards
Yep.
or whoever those guys were up in the mountains, and you just go, mess around, going into caves and stuff. I bet it's gonna be something like that, like in The Witcher 3, where like you get introduced to the little side card game, and you end up just like going around collecting cards for a game in a game.
Yep. Gwent.
It's gonna be like that.
Yep.
Yeah, Gwent.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
And then what I was gonna
be
say,
big.
yeah, and then the only another person who's playing the game is Keanu Reeves, who plays Johnny Silverhand, who apparently plays a major role in the game. He's also been playing it,
Man.
and so far he hasn't finished it, but he definitely loves it. So
If he likes it, we like it.
It's true.
yeah,
It's true.
he likes it. It must be good.
This game's been a long time coming. I think when it finally comes out
Oh.
on the 10th, it's just going to be so satisfying.
I don't think it's gonna
Yeah.
get delayed. I think it's actually gonna happen this time.
It better not. It better
I
not.
Could
feel
you
like it would have been
imagine?
delayed again by now.
Because
if
okay,
they
well
were
it's the
gonna delay
10th,
it.
right? So like that's let's call it that's less than 2 weeks away. So yeah,
Is
if
it
they were,
2 weeks from today?
it's no,
Or
it's
two
two.
and a bit?
It was 2 weeks yesterday. So it's less than 2 weeks. If they were gonna delay it, like they're out of time. Like you can't delay it at this point. So now I
Unless
say
they pull
that
something like next year.
Yeah, I say that and they'll delay it, but I mean,
Yeah.
this is the closest we've ever been to Cyberpunk. The closest been before it was like a month out before they delayed it, which was back in October. But yeah, this is the closest we've ever been. So I genuinely think it's gonna happen. I'm really excited for it.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Is there any other game that we've ever had that feeling for that like, oh my god, it's actually happening type of deal?
I mean, not in terms of delays.
No. Yeah.
I mean, you guys weren't excited for Duke Nukem Forever? Come on. When I was 4 years old in 1998, I was like, oh my god, Duke Nukem Forever's coming out.
I remember you were pretty excited when that game was coming out, Jim.
Oh,
I have
why?
that game.
Then I heard
still have
how
that
bad
game.
it is.
Oh man.
You know
I heard
what?
it was
Okay.
really bad.
I'll give it this. It does exactly what it does. Very okay. It's just an old school style shooter. They throw in some stupid, weird limitations like 2 weapon limit, but other than, or is it 3? No, it's 2. Other than that, or is it? I can't remember. But they limit the amount of weapons you have as opposed to having a whole arsenal. I mean, if you look at Doom, for example, like Doom 2016, thank God they didn't put a 2 weapon limit on that, because that game is like the shining example of what old school style shooters should be in I guess in 2016 at the time and beyond, because Doom Eternal came out this year and it's fantastic.
Duke Nukem can never be good, in my opinion, at this point. It is an absolute relic of its time, and it came out when it came out, and it did its thing, and that's kind of it, you know?
If it would have come out on the special features and on YouTube as well, but on special features for the game, you can look at the old trailers, and there was one, I think it was like 2000 or 2001. That would have been like a blockbuster if it would have come out in that state.
Yeah.
And apparently, I had read earlier this year that apparently there is a build of that version of the game that's like high 90% done. It's just kind of waiting to be leaked essentially. But I don't know, whoever has it just won't do it, or if there's like obviously like a rights or a licensing issue. But I mean, that'd be pretty cool if that came out. I would totally go for that. Kind of in the same sense where was it Rebellion? Who developed the original Battlefront games? Was it Rebellion?
No.
Or no, not what's their name?
Yeah.
Pandemic. No.
Pandemic. Yeah, Pandemic.
Okay.
Yep.
When Pandemic was making Battlefront 3, there's alphas online you can play of like their OG Battlefront 3. It's rough shape, granted, but I am so curious about those games. I look up gameplay once in a while just to kind of see it, and part of me wishes it would have come out, but at the same time, I don't know. The games like that are kind of like Duke Nukem. I find like games like that can kind of be a relic of their time too.
Yeah.
I don't know,
The
man.
old Battlefront games. Oh, played so much of those games.
Yeah, those games
Oh,
are
yeah,
One
awesome.
man.
and two.
Yep.
I feel like I was a bigger fan of 1 for the longest time, and then finally I smartened up and started liking 2 better. But
Too
I think
superior in
with
every
me,
way.
I think some of the
They got
maps
clones.
are better in the first one,
There are some good maps in the first one. I'll give you that.
like Kashyyyk docks with you have like the beachhead, and then there's like the 2 long docks that go along the water, and then like if you're the droids, you kind of like charge up like Omaha Beach. Like that's a pretty fun map.
Isn't that
Especially,
isn't that Battlefront 2?
No, it's Battlefront 1. Because Battlefront 2's Kashyyyk Docks has like a larger version of that, where like in episode 3 when they attack the beach, but the one in Battlefront 1 is like a super small scale version of that. I don't even think Revenge of the Sith was out when the first Battlefront game came out.
See, the second game already sounds better just by you saying that.
Battlefront 1. Kashyyyk. Yeah. But I know what you're talking about. Like, I don't know. Battlefront 2 is just such a good game. The original Battlefront. Even like, I like the newer ones too. Not to a certain extent at all, just because, like our taste in games has kind of evolved with, like, the more. I feel like I think it's safe to say we primarily play shooters, right? Like together anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
With
don't know.
a little bit of strategy games there and there.
Yeah.
Halo Wars 2.
Blue in chat says Battlefront 2 is possibly the best game ever. I wouldn't put it that high up, but I mean it's certainly one of it's up there.
I might put it up there.
Wow.
I might put it at one of my like top games.
Yeah, I mean
When I was a
on
kid,
my
that
personal
game-
list for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's up there.
I love that game.
Like
Yeah, me too.
OG.
I spent a lot of time with
Galactic
that.
Assault. I played Galactic Assault a
Oh,
lot.
so much.
Yeah, space battles and the planet. Yeah, man, it's good. It's really good.
Why they never included that in at least the second newer Battlefront game blows my mind.
Yeah,
I'd still be playing Battlefront 2 regularly to this day if they had Galactic Conquest in there. Like, I don't know, man. Like that, a game mode like that, it just has like endless possibilities, especially with like the tech we have nowadays. Like that would
Mhm.
be pretty sick.
well, you could do procedurally generated stuff and have it different every time. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
There's so many ways to do it.
Yeah.
that's why I'm excited about like the potential that Star Wars Squadrons has. Like they just had a content drop. It was either this week or last week where they included B wings and TIE defenders, and I think they added some more like character cosmetics and all that. But um, I hope that EA focuses, greatly on Squadrons because like once I finish the story for that game, I want to hit that multiplayer pretty hard.
I feel
And
like that
whenever I
game
get
can only go so far though. I don't know. Because
Yeah.
isn't the multiplayer only 5v5 or something like that, and that's the only mode?
Mhm.
at the time right now, is there two? There might be two modes. Maybe
I think
I have no
5
idea.
is the highest.
Yeah, 5v5 is like their.
That's pretty
I don't
cool,
want to.
but I want those big battles.
Yeah, man. I want like a 24v24, like
Oh,
just absolute
no.
shit show. That's what I want.
Add some AI drones in there
Yeah,
just
man.
for fun.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
there AI in Squadrons multiplayer?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. It's just I think it was more supposed to be focused on like more like dog fights. Well, it's in the name squadrons, right? So like you're a squadron fighting another squadron. It's not supposed to be the overview of the battle, you know?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
Yeah.
supposed to be like rebels versus the empire or whatnot.
It's funny too because like I read a lot of the extended universe or expanding universe like Star Wars canon and all that, and my favorite book series right now in the new canon is Alphabet Squadron, which revolves around that. So maybe that's why I have such an interest in Squadrons because those books, and I just got in the mail the other day. I'm happy to announce, in the old canon there was a series of X-wing books, and I got all 10 of them in the mail.
Oh yeah,
10
I
of
have some
them.
of those too. I have some of
Yeah.
them.
Well, there's 9, and then Mercy Kill is the 10th book. It's in the series, but it takes place like years after the last book, I guess book 9 or whatever. So
10
on
of
top of the
them.
5 yeah, I
Yeah,
got
they
50 books after the book
dude.
I'm reading now, man.
10 of
Yeah,
them.
when Battlefront was out, that's when I'd go to chapters, see Star Wars books. Dude, there's so many. There's like probably hundreds of them. Like I remember back then there was like already like you go to the shelf, you could see like 30 different books of Star Wars.
I mean, you go
And it's
now and
just like
there's a lot of
yeah,
books now.
they're
So,
still just making them.
honest to God, man, like one
There's
of my
a
favorite
ton.
things, even like pre-pandemic, like right before everything started to shut down, I used to love going to Indigo and just looking at the sci-fi section because there is a huge chunk of Star Wars books,
Oh yeah.
and I'd usually pick out like one or two. But anyway, I just look at the words. I can't really read, so that's kind of my problem. Anyway, is there anything else we can talk about? God,
Mm,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
so
yeah,
negative
yeah.
when I say it. Okay, let's. Whoever has a topic, I don't have anything left I wanted to bring up.
I'm out.
I'm out.
Well, I mean, I could bring up stuff. Is there any like current events that we
I
can still
am
talk
out
about?
of breath. No, I have one more thing, and it's about the PS5 outperforming the Xbox
Oh.
on some games.
I don't believe it.
It is. It's happening. It's a real thing.
It's real.
I don't
Playing
know. I don't know all
PlayStation
the
5.
games that it's happening on. One of them is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I know that one. That one's been kind of well documented.
Mm.
And it's interesting because when it's basically the Xbox is getting like screen tearing and like some frame rate drops and stuff like that. That's kind of the extent of it. And Digital Foundry even had a peek at it, and in their video they were like, it doesn't even make any sense why it has performance issues. Like it doesn't make any sense. And Xbox has come out and they've kind of said, hey, like we understand that some of our games aren't performing as we want them to. We're looking into it. And then other reports have come out saying basically, and developers have been saying basically the reason why this is happening is because Xbox's kind of dev tools for the Series X only came out this summer. I think the month was June. So they've only had a few months to actually optimize their game for the Series X, whereas the PS5's dev tools have been out for more than a year. So it's just more of like they've had more time to optimize it for the PS5 versus the Series X kind of deal. And this actually also lends credence to the rumor that the PS5 was actually supposed to come out last year, and then they held off for another year. So that makes a lot of sense to me if the dev tools were already ready last year and they just kind of waited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably for prices to go down in terms of their components, and also just to see what Xbox was doing. I imagine that's why they waited. So, yeah, I think it's interesting that this is happening. It's not a huge deal, that's for sure. The games are going to get patched and it's going to be fine. But interesting out of the gate that Xbox is having some issues on some games when on paper the Series X is the more powerful console. That's all
Beautiful.
I am out.
Yeah. Actually, you know what I just thought of actually? Back in high school when Battlefield 1943 came out, I remember loving it at Your House Tony. And the fact that it's on EA Play and it's free for, well, okay, not free because we pay for Game Pass, but it's like free to download for us with no trial or whatever. I think I'd like to start playing that. I'd like to play, at least try for a night and just see how it is. Because I remember it being really good in my head anyway. I don't know if it's still good.
I wonder how many people still play it. Can't be many.
No, I bet you it's like the hundreds. Okay, thousands at the most, but definitely hundreds.
Yeah, cause it was good. It was that one map with the island, and there was the 3 islands, and there was the planes, and there was the tanks, and yeah, it was cool, man. That was a download only game actually. So if you owned Battlefield 1943 on the 360, you own it on the Xbox One and the Series X too. Because it's just in your library.
You own it then?
Yeah, it's just in my library. Like I could download it.
Nice.
It's not because of EA Play, but it is also an EA Play. So.
Did you ever play that, Harley? I can't remember if you had it or not.
It's possible.
Today's your lucky day.
A lot of the Battlefield games for me kind of like mushed together.
Was it 3 or 4 we played quite frequently?
It's 3.
I don't know.
Remember?
Was it
3?
We played 3 in terms of a modern Battlefield game. We played 3, and we played Battlefield, Bad Company, and Bad Company 2.
Oh man,
Bad Company 2 we played a lot of.
We need to all get copies of Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, where you like jump between soldiers and just stream it for 24 hours straight.
Oh man, I like Battlefield 2142. Battlefield 2142 PC exclusive. Oh man.
Ooh.
That game I always wanted to play.
It looked super futuristic and super awesome, but it was actually just like Battlefield 1942 but with a different skin.
See, people give COD grief for going futuristic, but Battlefield did it first.
They totally did it
Nobody
first.
gives Battlefield grief.
They totally did it first.
You know what? That's something I want to bring up too. I'm gonna sound really rotten here when I say it, but I'm in a bad mood. I'm kind of a fan, to a point anyway, of COD going a little more futuristic. Like I think it kind of started for me. I noticed it in Battlefront, or not Battlefront. Oh my God, Black Ops 2, because there's 2 stories going on in that, like in the past and then in the future. It's not like Infinite like Warfare's future where it's super in the future. But playing Black Ops 3 again, like I kind of like. That's also the last time I kind of enjoyed it like quite thoroughly, but I enjoy the advanced movement stuff. It kind of adds like a different element to the multiplayer. Now it can get out of hand, don't get me wrong, but I think it just adds like variety and it makes you kind of like challenge yourself and kind of like flip your play style around, because it's so easy for me, especially in like a game like Halo, let's say, like it's easy for me to play the same way all the time, whereas when I try to switch it up in Halo, it kind of fails on me, so I kind of stick to what I'm comfortable with. But with COD, it's kind of cool. Like when World War II came out, playing that, it was kind of stripped down a little more, and then Infinite Warfare, and it was like all this advanced movement stuff's kind of back, and I don't know, it makes the multiplayer faster paced than it already is, and I kind of dig that. I don't know, so I going kind of around full circle to the point. I'm gonna seek out right now as we're recording, just so everybody can witness it. I'm gonna see where I can look into Battlefield 2142.
You might be able to buy it on Steam, maybe. Maybe.
Maybe on GOG.
GOG.
Yeah.
Or that EA Origin thing. It's probably on there.
Oh.
Oh, true, because it is EA.
Store?
I'm not seeing it on Steam right away.
Yeah, it's
But
probably
pretty
on
cool.
EA's thing.
It always looked cool, like because our
Oh,
friend
it looked super cool.
Jeff had it, and I think I played it like once or twice at his house, and it was like, oh man, like this is kind of rad. Because I played a lot of 1942 when I had it on PC. Thanks to Jesse again. And that game is super primitive looking back at it. I still think that game would be pretty fun. That game and games like that are cool because they have such like a hardcore dedicated like online base. It's very little, granted, but I think it's kind of rad people stick around for games like that for a long time.
I bet it's full of hackers.
Oh my god, yeah. Like it's probably just exclusive. It's like you go into World at War and you go to a multiplayer lobby and it has like colored writing all over the screen.
Yeah.
People flying and you're like, oh no,
Yeah,
it's one
everyone's
of those.
flying around the map and just yeah. It sucks that happens, but it's also kind of funny. So it's like the servers are up, but the devs do not care at all. There's not even one intern watching the servers. It's just like, no, it's the Wild West. Do what you want to do. Please buy our new game.
Please bring the Frontlines Fuel of War servers back online too.
Yes, please. That's a great game.
I want to play that game.
I
mean, is the single player any good?
No.
Oh
I mean,
my god, though.
no, it's fine. It's not a technically great game. Okay, it's fun. It's good for what it is, but it's not mind blowing. That game's stupid, but I love it.
Just like I made a game with zombies in it. One of the best ever made, quite possibly.
Well, yeah, that game was like 99 cents. That was back in the day when games were like 99 cents on the Xbox Live Arcade.
Oh yeah, like indie games?
Yeah, the indie games were literally $1, but now they're like $20 indie games and like $50 indie games. Which is fine, whatever, but like I made a game with zombies in it. It's truly an indie game. Like it's nothing. It's not even a game. It's like half a game, but not
music.
not to rag on indie developers at all, but I mean like it's truly just like a put together, like just kind of mashed together game with a fun song in it, and that's why it's 99 cents. Whereas indie games now are like actually full-fledged games.
You know what? That's interesting. Actually, you got me thinking of something. When I got my Xbox 360, I paid a lot more attention to indie games because we played like Castle Miner Z.
Oh yeah.
That was before
I remember
Minecraft
that
came on,
game.
man. Oh jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That game was
Castle
fun
Miner.
though.
Yeah,
That was a
It's like
fun game.
Minecraft with guns.
it was so jank too.
And zombies.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, zombies.
Yeah.
I haven't paid much attention at all to like indie games on the Xbox, like Xbox One anyway, since I got it. Like, are there any indie games you guys recommend off the top of your head? Because I think indie games are kind of cool. Like Super Meat Boy is technically an indie game, right?
Yeah.
Even though that was last generation for me.
Yeah, that's indie.
But I mean indie games in the
Xbox
sense of
One.
like, again, it's like $2.99 and it just makes your controller like a vibrator essentially.
Yeah, I'm sure those are a thing, but I haven't played one this gen. I'm sure if you
Harley,
scroll
what
through the
about you?
Xbox store, you'll find it.
An
Let's-
indie
okay.
game.
Let's find Castle Miner Z on the Xbox One and let's just play it tonight.
I bet it's free.
No,
I bet you
it's
can't
probably,
even find it, man.
like $19.99.
Oh,
What's it?
that's
It's been delisted,
Oh.
guaranteed.
no.
Miner Z, Xbox One.
Castle Miner Z.
There's a change.org petition to bring Castle Miner Z
Oh.
to Xbox One. Oh my god, 3,361 people have signed out of 5,000.
I bet those are the only people that bought the game aside from us.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
man.
petition was started a year ago. No wonder it hasn't been.
The only
brought to
reason that
Xbox.
game existed was because Minecraft wasn't on Xbox yet. That's the only reason. So somebody ripped off Minecraft and put it on Xbox.
What was that other one we played? Total Miner.
Total Miner or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was like
Miner Z was better
legitimately,
though.
like a rip off of Minecraft. whereas
Miner Z
Castle
was
Miner-
great because I had the guns.
Yeah,
And it
Just
had fast zombies too,
Yeah.
but it was more of a survival game than a crafting game.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, you can get it on Steam.
No way.
Oh yeah.
It's
much though.
You can nominate this for the Steam Awards in December. Oh, we should
No
nominate
way.
449.
Castle
That's a
Miner Z
steal.
for Game of the Year.
It's Castle Miner Warfare. What's that one?
Wait, is that the Battle
Build
Royale?
and
my.
fight against 15 of
Oh
your
my.
friends. Oh
Okay,
my
I was
god.
gonna say if it had a battle royale. Oh my.
Let's just. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna gift it to you guys, and
No.
we're gonna do a 24-hour stream of Castle Miner Z.
No.
Castle
Like,
Miner Z.
forget Cyberpunk.
We're gonna beat the game.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Did we ever get?
Like
Remember, it was like
Operation
a hell
Flashpoint
section
all
you got
over.
into? We used to build that. Oh my god, we used to build like forts down in like the hell section. and,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh
yeah.
my god, man, makes me miss this game. Just looking at like gameplay videos on Steam right now, like, oh my god, they're still updating this game.
That's crazy.
They're still
Yeah.
upgrading it.
They must be making their money off it, and that's why they're still doing it.
Oh my god, I wonder if
Yeah.
Total Miner Forge. That's what it
That's
was.
what, yeah, Total Miner Forge. Yeah.
It's on Steam as well.
Well, welcome to the
Nice.
Minecraft Ripoff Podcast.
$3.39. Oh, it's cheaper. Welcome to the Scrambled Eggs podcast, because we are scrambling here for content.
It's fine, man. Shut up.
No, I don't. Like I said, this might be my favorite episode because this is no different than us on Xbox, but now we're just not gaming, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel so bad for everybody who's tuning in, thinking we were going to be like good today. We are
What do you mean?
excellent.
We're great
Wrong.
today. I don't know what you're talking about.
We are the pinnacle in podcast entertainment.
But on that
We
note,
should get
I think
Yeah, let's end
I think we've talked about everything we want to talk
Yeah.
about.
I think
I think we've run our
the well is
course.
dry.
The well is dry. Yeah. I think we need
Well,
to hydrate
I-
with G Fuel.
I haven't
Oh,
done
that's something we
making
can talk
the
about.
show
What
yet.
flavor of G Fuel are you guys drinking today?
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie, okay. What about you, Jim?
I've got watermelon.
Watermelon.
I'm waiting-
keep me clean.
I'm waiting for the
I miss
4
Vines,
more
man.
tubs in the mail.
So I'm really tempted because I just sold my 1X and I sold it for more than what I thought I was
Oh,
going
you
to sell it
did?
for.
Ooh, who bought it?
That's
It's just
news.
some guy. I don't know. He sold it. I-
Name, address, running speed, list of
GG.
peers.
So I wanted to get 200 for it. I ended up selling for 300, which was like amazing. Because I bought it for
Hey.
379. So
Ooh.
like I really didn't lose much by doing it really. So like I was tempted
Did
to
you
be
list
like,
it as a Series X?
what's that?
Did you list it as a Series X?
No, I didn't. But I hope the guy didn't think it was because it was like an older guy who was
Imagine.
buying it. Hi,
Oh,
son. I got
no,
you the new
buy it for, like, his
Xbox.
grandkid.
Oh, I hope not. I'm not giving him a
Leon, I
no,
got
no,
the new Xbox, Leon.
no refund, man. No refund. So he's screwed. But anyways, I sold it for more than what I
Sweet
thought I was
deals.
gonna sell it for. So I was considering jumping on that 2-for-1 for G Fuel just because it's 2-for-1.
Ooh, that BOGO.
Just the BOGO, yeah.
I'm so excited for when ours come in.
I was considering it because it's like, well, it's BOGO and I have this
too.
extra money I didn't think I was gonna have, so maybe
Every
I'll do
day.
it. But
Yep.
at the same
Every day I
time,
check the shipping.
at the same time, I already have 3 tubs and I don't have it every day, so that's gonna last me a while
Ah,
as it
that's-
is.
That's not enough.
Oh, the rookie numbers. I'm gonna have 10 when ours come in.
But you guys have it every day.
Yeah.
I'm no,
I have it every
I'm
day.
not quite every day. Some like maybe every other day, and then Friday, Saturday for sure.
I have it.
So you have a
I have
late
Friday,
every
Saturday,
day.
Sunday. Sometimes not even Sunday. So usually just 2 days a week for me.
It's pretty good having it instead of coffee in the morning. I gotta
I
admit,
like it
having like
way more.
chug rug before like work sometimes it's
Mm.
just like so great, man.
Yeah, so I'm
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
about it. The BOGO goes for another few days, so
Mm-hmm.
I might jump on that. We'll see.
You guys aren't gonna get the mixed deal. We can become team mixed.
No.
They'll pay us every time someone buys
Sponsored
their
by Mixed.
shitty energy.
Welcome to Follow My Tracers,
Whoa, don't
sponsored
say
by
that.
Mixed Energy. It'll make you feel really weird. Oh.
To anybody watching who drinks mixed, stop. I'm gonna admit this in front of you guys, and I'm ashamed to admit it. So I bought a mixed energy
Oh,
tub
yeah.
just to get the shaker cup.
Yeah, because you're a moron.
And no, even worse. I had I had 3 servings of the lemonade, and then I threw it out.
Oh no,
I threw it
You
out.
threw it out? It wasn't
I
even good
threw
for
it out.
lemonade?
man!
No, it wasn't even good enough.
Lemonade's like the easiest thing. How do you even screw up lemonade?
Aftertaste was okay, and this is no review of mixed, but I'm just giving my opinion. This isn't a mixed review show or a hate show. This is just me because I bought it.
Well, I mean, we'll
the
never get
right-
sponsored now, so good job.
Oh,
Mixed, you suck. But regardless, it was the first, like, the initial taste is fine, but you get this weird funky aftertaste, and it's like if I had a flavor like fruit punch or the grape popsicle one I was tempted by, it was like, you know what, like maybe it won't be so bad with the aftertaste of those. But lemonade, when you screw it up hard. Like, oh god, like G Fuel. This is, we're not sponsored by G Fuel. We just hope to be one day. Yes, please press have to pay respects, Bunny. G Fuel's got like no funky aftertaste, and I haven't been disappointed yet. So the 10 flavors I'm going to end up having. Okay, so I have 6 now for the viewers because you guys already know. I got cherry limeade, tropical rain, watermelon, which might be my favorite one right now actually. Sour pixel potion, sour blue chug rug, and raging gummy fish. And the 4 coming in is snow cone and PewDiePie, which Renee picked, and then I picked rainbow sherbet, which I've heard is like top 5 G Fuel from a couple reviewers I've watched, and Sonic
really?
Peach Rings, which I am unbelievably
I
excited to
love
try.
Sonic Peach Rings.
And I love rainbow sherbet, so it was an easy choice to go for that too. So I mean, please, I think one of the goals, very quickly, because I just thought of this now, while we're scrambling here. I think a couple goals for this podcast. I think I would like to see in the future. I have 2 major goals. Okay, well 3. 1, sponsored by G Fuel. Down the line, of course. 2, okay, just 2 goals. The third one's irrelevant right now, but 2, I think it would be so cool. Not a content house, but if we ended up being able to afford like an office and we can just make a bunch of content, whether it's let's plays, videos together, obviously the podcast, being able to record a podcast in person will be like the best thing in the world. Once COVID's all over with, or at least it's relatively safe to do it together, I think it would be amazing if you know what, goal 3, record this podcast in person. Yeah. That's like my main goal, because I love seeing you guys regardless in real life.
Oh wow.
And I just can't wait to see everybody.
Oh, it's turning into that kind of episode, eh? We're just gonna get mushy now.
No, I'm not getting mushy. I hate both you guys. It'd just be nice to see you.
We're just ragging the puck at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, also, what was the name of that other energy drink things? Do you guys remember? There was mixed. What was the other one?
I don't know, something stupid.
It had like Harambe as a flavor. It had another one.
Harambe.
Don't buy that one either.
What's that supposed to taste like?
Ma.
Like a gorilla?
It was Ma. Don't buy Ma either, because it's a subscription-based one, which weirds me out. But they're giving it away for free though. Coupon code follow my tracers. So yeah.
No.
No, don't try it, please. Don't try it. All right, we should stop.
Yeah.
We're going down a different path. So, there's no question for this episode. It's sort of a loosey-goosey one. Had fun. This, like I said, this is probably my favorite one we've done so far. Do not press F to
more chilling.
Press L for love. There you go. Mushy again.
Or press subscribe to subscribe.
Yes,
Harambe sounds like a hairy flavor.
Yeah, like what's Harambe supposed to taste like? Oh my god.
Imagine it's like textured.
You just like open it up, instead of like powder, it's just a bunch of like gorilla hair.
Oh no.
They have their flavors have okay. We're not turning. Okay, we're ending this. We have to end it now.
We are actually off the rails right now. We need to stop.
We are past time at this point. We had no time set. We are past time. This is, I will say, this has gone on for a lot longer than I thought it was gonna.
Yeah.
Well,
so anyway,
Yeah.
No,
Let's get
with no main topic.
pretty impressive. I think we pulled it off.
I think we certainly talked for an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, no guff. But anyway, we want to know what you thought of this episode. Please be kind. Leave us your thoughts in the comments about this episode. We will read your responses next episode. Just again, please be kind because I'm going to read them out. But if you want to stay up to date with Follow My Tracers, subscribe to us right here on YouTube. Click the bell if you want to be notified, and make sure to like this video and share it around. We would love to build a community here. Follow us on Twitter at FMT Show and on Facebook at Follow My Tracers. Tony, do you want to plug any of your social medias?
Yeah, you can follow me on Figure9, at Figure9 TV, Figure9 on Twitch, Figure9 everywhere else. Figure9 TV on Xbox too.
Harley, anything you want to plug?
Nah.
You know, all the links to this stuff's in the description anyway. I hope you enjoyed watching Lego Indiana Jones. I enjoyed playing it quite a bit. Never actually played it before. Any last comments? Any last words to them? Any last thoughts about anything?
We're sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. So Canadian. Sorry.
Sorry, eh?
Oh God. Oh. But until next time, we are Follow My Tracers. Have a good one. Good night. Goodbye. Sorry again.
Please come back.
Please. There will be another
you.
one. Number 4.
Bye.
Cut it off. Get it off.